Title: Leafpool's Phone Fiasco. Chapter 1. The Mysterious Phone. Leafpool, the wise and respected medicine cat of ThunderClan, was going about her daily duties when she stumbled upon something strange in the forest. It was a small, shiny object that she had never seen before. Curious, she picked it up and examined it closely. It was a phone. Leafpool had heard tales of Twi'leks and their strange devices, but she had never seen one up close. She turned it over in her paws, marveling at its sleek design and colorful screen. She wondered how it had ended up in the forest and who it belonged to. Deciding to investigate further, Leafpool took the phone back to her den and showed it to her sister, Squirrelflight. Squirrelflight's eyes widened in surprise as she examined the device. Wow, Leafpool, this is amazing. I've heard about these phones from the other clans, but I never thought we would find one in our territory, Squirrelflight exclaimed. Leafpool nodded, her curiosity piqued. She turned on the phone and was amazed by the bright display and the strange symbols on the screen. She tapped a few buttons experimentally and was startled when the phone emitted a loud ringing sound. What did you do, Leafpool? Squirrelflight asked, looking worried. I don't know. I think I accidentally called someone, Leafpool replied, flustered. Chapter 2. The Twi'lek's Voice. Suddenly, a voice came through the phone, speaking in a language that Leafpool and Squirrelflight couldn't understand. They looked at each other in confusion, wondering who could be on the other end of the line. Hello, can you hear me? The voice said again, this time in a more familiar tone. Leafpool hesitantly brought the phone to her ear and replied, yes, we can hear you. Who are you? I am a Twi'lek named Sarah. I lost my phone in the forest while hiking. How did you find it? The voice asked. Leafpool and Squirrelflight exchanged glances, unsure of how to explain their discovery to the Twi'lek. Finally, Leafpool spoke up. We are cats from ThunderClan. We found your phone in our territory and we are trying to figure out how to return it to you. There was a pause on the other end of the line before Sarah replied, cats. That's unexpected. But thank you for finding my phone. Can you meet me at the edge of the forest so I can retrieve it? Leafpool and Squirrelflight agreed to meet Sarah and set off towards the edge of the forest, phone in paw. As they approached the meeting spot, they saw a young Twi'lek woman waiting for them, a look of surprise on her face. Chapter 3. The Return of the Phone. Hello, Sarah. We are here to return your phone, Leafpool said, holding out the device. Sarah took the phone from Leafpool's paw and smiled gratefully. Thank you so much for finding it. I was starting to worry that I would never see it again. Leafpool and Squirrelflight watched as Sarah checked the phone to make sure it was still working. She then turned to them and said, I don't know how to thank you for this. Is there anything I can do for you in return? Leafpool hesitated for a moment before an idea struck her. Actually, there is something you can do for us. Can you teach us how to use this phone? We are curious about the Twi'lek world and we want to learn more about it. Sarah laughed at the request but agreed to show Leafpool and Squirrelflight how to use the phone. She patiently explained how to make calls, send messages, and take pictures with the device. Leafpool and Squirrelflight were fascinated by the technology and quickly picked up on how to use it. As they said goodbye to Sarah and headed back to ThunderClan, Leafpool couldn't help but feel grateful for the unexpected adventure that had brought a little bit of the Twi'lek world into their lives. And who knew, maybe one day they would be able to use their newfound knowledge to help their clan in ways they never thought possible. The end.